Good afternoon. I have some exciting news. I got in a box from Tabletop Games, and I will get their real title of their company in the description. It is a company that does some really finely detailed scenery, tabletop scenery, medieval, late Middle Ages, Dark Ages period. Now, I am not a historian. I might be using the wrong terms, but most of the structures I've seen have been a plaster lathe type of building, European style. And they did this Kickstarter way back in, oh God, when did they do it? Last fall. And I signed up for it. They did another Kickstarter not too long ago that I signed up for because they offered a, and this is neat, you get all these great newspaper things that you can look to see what other countries are doing. But the detail is just exquisite. Like, this is some wooden tree stumps. This is when I have to start being careful. I don't remember on this one if I did an all-in or I did it and some other stuff. And okay, I want to move the box over to the side. So this is a little building. A little bit concerned about the tape on it, but let's see. And the detail on these things is just to die for. I have gotten into, there's a game called Pillage, another game called Baron's War. And the fantasy games I like are sort of that time period. But I don't know if you can see that. I'll zoom in a little bit. I am excited for this. Now, I have a couple houses that I did videotape. I was not doing anything regularly. Oh, I know how to clean all those little spruce up. Do you see but the detail, and then they have, everything can be magnetized. So I don't know if you can see down in there, there's a little divot. There it is. Where you line up the magnets and you can put and this, it must be a butcher or a meat drying smokehouse. Yeah. But look at even the little grill. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. This is to die for stuff. It really is. It is going to be fun to paint, time consuming to some degree, but I'm learning to just roll with it. Nothing has to be perfect. You try to get it as best you can, and then you move on. Okay. Goodness gracious. This was a great, exciting news for me. And it'll take my hobby a different way. Ooh. So these are wattle fences and I forget what it's called. I'm not going to take them out. There's some barrels and, not barrels, buckets, a couple buckets, a little gate, a wagon wheel. And so last time I got some of this stuff, they put teddy bear packing. I forget the things you stuff teddy bears with. And my wife was excited because she was making teddy bears for our kids and a niece for Christmas. And so this, unfortunately, is not the same thing, but okay. So with this came a barn. So this is the farm. That's what it's called. A shed or barn, shed, and smokehouse. I think there may even be an outhouse. Ooh, this is all the ground stuff. This is a garden. Ooh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know if you can see though. And I'm thinking the wattle fence goes around this. I'll have to look at the pictures. Now they are a firm. They respond really quickly. If you have any questions or anything like that on the Kickstarter, like most of the firms I've encountered that do Kickstarters, they respond really quickly, really professionally, and they tried their best to give you a black and white answer. I don't know how many of you have encountered. Now, this may not be everything. Interesting. Okay. So, no, this is not everything. But this is, it doesn't tell me on the box if it's part 1 of 2 or anything like that. I will cut this short in a few seconds and look at the packing list and see. But these are the accessories that they had for the barn. So I'm going to put you on pause for just a second. No, this is just the accessories I bought. And so I'm expecting another box, which I will share with you as soon as I can get it, or as soon as it comes in. So this has the smokery, which I showed you, some stumps, which I also showed you, but I'll unpack, a garden, and that's it in this particular box. And I am ever so grateful that they did this. They did it as a add-on. You can get a thatched roof for your farm, or you can get a, what is it, the shingle. And I'm not sure how I'll do these, but you can see where they would be useful for. And look how the bark is even coming off. But you can see painting them, maybe gluing them up on bases and magnetizing them. So there's those 3. And this looks like it's the garden. And I'm thinking the fence goes with it. Look at the pile of rocks. And we have some beautiful cabbages. So let's do that. So we have a nice little, so I will think about it. I might cement both of these together. Ooh, and does this one go here? I'm not sure. We will find out. So let's look at the fencing. Now this looks like it's probably a little bit more modern grade resin, but I cannot believe how beautiful these are. And I know you probably think not so, but that's okay. The now I forget what I paid for it. It doesn't really matter. It's just something that really excited me. I really was happy to. So you can even have the stones that have fallen out, and oh yeah, Now they are, I think they're beginning to show these as STLs, which is you can buy it and print it yourself. But if you've been doing that, you already know more about that than I do. Will I be doing that? Probably not. I might get into FDM printing. Having kids and not having enough hours in the day for everything I'm interested in, which is the purpose of this channel, is OMG. Look at that. I'm not sure. I have to look at some pictures. Ooh. This is the only problem I have is they have these beautiful little bits that are a little bit fragile looking. And oh yeah, look at that. And more fence. Which way would be up and which way would be down? My guess is you're not going to put the details of the stumps on the bottom. So you see how there's some little bit of detail. So that must be the top. And oh yeah. Where would this one go, do you think? Probably here? Maybe. And you can see this is a village from a village that's been raided a few times. Okay. But you have the walkway so you don't mush the growing plants. Nope, it's gotta be up here. What do you think? Let's try it this way. Yeah, that's even better. Okay. We have our little gate. Now the magnets are going to come in the other box, but I'll share some pictures of this. And I think, ooh, that's never a good sign. What is that? It looks like a broken off stone. Where it got broken off from? Not sure. Ooh, there's more. Another little broken off stone. This happened in my other one, which I have not done anything with because I have a lot of different interests, which is not the best thing for me. But, okay, so I shouldn't be looking at stuff outside of the frame. But look at that little bucket. And another little bucket. I think they also had some cows and stuff that I got. And so we have this one. I wanted nice detailed tree stumps. And I know there's some nice prints out there, but they were inexpensive add-on. So what I'm doing now is I'm looking over each little baggie to make sure it does not have stuff in there that I don't want to not get rid of. Okay, I need to smooth out the bottom of this. You can see where there's some little sprues, but there's a nice little gate. And that would be something. Okay, I'm sorry to get down into a whisper for you, but this is requiring some thought, and sometimes I can do it, sometimes I can't. So let's look. So, of course, when trying to get out the mic from the case, I snipped off the razor blade tip. I just changed it to, so I'll be changing that soon. But let's see. They did this to me in some of the other ones were sort of a Tetrisy thing to put everything together. I was able to figure it out. And quite happy with the results. And maybe I should show those as well. But look at this door. This is going to go to this building. My guess is, see, they have these beautiful little hooks to hang stuff on. You have to clean up all the little, okay, I'll try to keep it in the frame. But this is not, to me it's beautiful, but that's me. Maybe I'm just easy. Okay. So what do you say? Okay, they did this type of construction before. You have this tongue and groove, and yeah, I'll probably prime everything before I glue it, and I'll tape over the joins. And I'm not sure on that one. Okay, so there we go. And I need to clean up some of the roof. This is all passable. I can deal with this stuff. This is cool. But look at the timber. Even has a slight bowing, sort of like my roof to my house. I say that in jest. I'm not really. Or am I? Am I saying that in jest? Okay, let's look here. Let's do the flooring so we have some stability. And I know this is like, so because someone's going to be watching and going, no, it doesn't go there. It goes. But let me enjoy it my way. Let me enjoy it my way. Oops, oops, oops. This is a really snug fit, so I don't know if I'll actually get that in there. Okay, I'm focusing and I'm being quiet while I focus, so bear with me. Okay, I see the problem. There's a little stuff in there I need to clear out. So I am going to do that. I do not glue on the roof. I want everything to be playable, and I do intend on running pillage which is that new-ish game by, it's a French firm that Victrix picked up and published in English. And why? Because it looks cool. It really does. It is small scale. They're going to be working on campaign type stuff. So what I need to do up here is take some light sandpaper, I think, and go over these pieces real lightly. And then I will because you can see from the pattern it wants to go in there. And then I will make sure the channel is clear. I can do that, but I had this type of thing happen when I was doing the I probably won't glue everything together right away, but I will glue the so if I see that right, yeah, see, and it runs some either ultraviolet glue or ultraviolet epoxy over that. And there. So where do you think this one goes? Not sure. I know that's the door to that one. Oh, but it also has the main door. So probably goes like here. Yeah. See how it has the little notch out there, corresponds to that. So that will go there. And this big door will fit here. And this little door there. Now it's sort of a bummer that the I can't get it to go smoothly, but that's okay. That's part of why you do these things. So you have to learn patience and all those things, kindness, understanding. My guess is this goes here. And this wall is going to fit there more or less. And then this is going to come outside, I think. But look how they did the stone. And so you can do okay. I need to really get that wall cleaned up. So I think that must go there, but I'm not sure. And unfortunately, yeah, look. Nope. Oh, yeah. It'll work. That'll work there. So hopefully you're finding this as intriguing as I might have to go through and clear out some things, but that's okay. This is going to go there. Doors here. Roof is going to come off. Now, there's smarter people out there than me who's doing this type of stuff, so they will know, like if this is a resin printer and what goes on with it and why there's all these little, I don't know, feet or supports, I guess is the right term. And but look, you have a ring over here, 2 rings to hang stuff from. And I did get some of the hanging stuff, and if I didn't get it in this one, I have it in the previous one. They did a church, which I'll be getting this fall. So my, I won't say dark age scenery, is getting to be more and more extensive. Oh my goodness. This is actually, I can't believe it. I was actually expecting this a week ago or 2. I just messaged them and they said it will be shipped to you within the next couple of weeks, and that was, so I'm actually very happy. This was a very pleasant surprise. And look at that. Oh. Okay, I don't need to do this on camera. You've all seen people cut the little supports off. I don't think it's horrible. I'm happy with it. Being careful that I don't cut part or break part of the model. But look, it has all these beautiful little indents where this fence is going to sit. And it just almost perfectly falls in place. Now, storage is my next thing. So I'll probably glue this, then maybe on a EVA foam mat, glue it to that. Or I probably should do something a little bit more structure. But I know some people will be like, I don't see what the big deal is about this, but you know, imagine I don't have any, I have my fantasy guy up here. Your fantasy guy is in here scouring the there's a Frostgrave mini. I'm anticipating one of them to die sometime, so I made him up. He has a spear and a sword. Spear is from the Swamp Orcs in Age of Sigmar, and I forget what they're called. Bone Biter? No, I forget. Then a combination of soldier and wizard sprue, and he has a shield, which, you know, this is like totally impractical, but that's okay. It is in here, and it's wonderfully to scale. Now, keep in mind, if you're going to pass judgment on this, This is a shed or barn. They wouldn't have it at the same level. And with his, if you get the War Games Atlantic villagers, I think, I'm sure these would look great with that. I am just so happy. Okay, I'm boring you or making you extremely envious of, or you're thinking, what is wrong with this guy? But that's okay. You probably already know what's wrong with me. Well, if I haven't, that's what my whole premise for doing the videos is: having ADHD as well as a family and not enough hours in the day and a lot of diversified interests. So I didn't take this out, but this has the meat on hook, which I think you can see. So there's the top of the hook. There's the either sheep or pig leg, and they would hang from inside here where you have the loops. And I know that's going to annoy some people, but that's okay. That really is. And there's some supports that you can see, which I just saw, and I saw a way to get them. But that's okay. I'm sure there's better tools than my army painter, but that's okay too. Now, having kids, 2 boys with ADHD and a girl with very likely ADHD, I don't know how long these will last. But sometimes you need to do some things because it's for you. And part of this fun for me is the process of building, cleaning up, assembling, painting. And I honestly probably, although I was watching Boots on the Table, Dom somebody, he's a fellow from England who does a great series of Napoleonic, as well as he's interested in some other games, but primarily I think right now he's doing Napoleonic conflicts. Okay. I was feeling a little bit bummed because I wanted to get some things. Wasn't going to do it right now, and I'm glad I didn't, because this gives me another video idea. So again, I will see what I can do about these and get something going for them, and maybe I'll do a video of the other stuff and get it up and running, and we can start maybe inspiring some other people to do different things for their hobby. Okay, this is the edge that didn't fit together so well. And so on this, I'll just sort of sand along this perfectly flat edge in case there's a sharp edge or something. Then down on the bottom, I'm not going to hit that too much. But I will cover that with, now this is annoying, this little guy in here that's a support, but that's okay. Now, I don't know if supports are computer generated or the person who drew them adds them, or so you will have them sometimes be in really inconvenient spots. So I'm thinking it's probably a computer is going through and they're defaulting printing it where you might have hang-ups, and if you click add support or something, it adds a little support. That's why you end up with so many ones in weird spots. Now you want to be careful how you cut these ones out in the window. This is, of course, a shed or barn. So this would be where you would have the extra hay or whatever. I'll see if I can get this up soon. And then later on I can get a video of it. Possibly paint it. I don't know how nice of a job I'm going to do on the painting or realistic. For this type of stuff, I've been primarily doing the zenithal with some color. Like I might do some grays and browns on the stonework and appropriate colors. Anyway, lovely model. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'm sorry to have started mumbling there at the end. But this is just, this blew me away. I am so very happy I got this, and I hope maybe some of you were inspired for your own things. And thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or anything you'd like to see that you think I might be interested in, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much. Just post anything. Well, appropriate and moving forward in the hobby, my hobby type of thing. Thank you.